Alright guys, let's check out these new slim turtles. Well, I only have one. There's three on this release. There's this one. This one came on the silicone strap. Two other colorways came on the bracelet. There's a gilded, it's still all black, but it has the gilded framed in indices and handset. And then they have a white dial one. So I'm thinking I'm going to pick one of these up. I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm going to tell you why, because there's really only one major gripe I have with this watch, and I think most of you guys are going to have the same issue that I do. So let's get right into this. This is the SPB317. Big thanks to Jeff McMahon. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down below. And if you're looking to pick one of these up, I'll put a link down below in a direct contact to Nick over at Exquisite Timepieces. They have these all three colorways in stock, I'm sure. So let's get into the watch. 41 millimeter wide case. Love that dimension. 47 lug to lug. Absolutely love that. Offset crown. This is one of the big draws for Seiko watches, divers, that is, for me personally. So I really do like the SPB, you know, the other one, I forget the numbers, the 249s or something like that, with the 3 o'clock crown. But I don't know, it looks weird to me, even though I know it's not. When I think Seiko diver, I think offset crown. And this one has it. 20 millimeter lug width here, 6.5 millimeter screw down crown. Love the positioning of it. Slim turtle, right? Yeah. It's like 12.8 millimeter thick, maybe closer to 12.5, I guess. It has a single domed sapphire crystal, meaning you have that distortion in there. You can kind of see that. And I still need to do that example showing you guys what those crystals look like, just in case you don't know. So double dome, you're not going to have that distortion at those angles. When you get right there, you can kind of see it, right? But I'm sure there's advantages to having it. I don't know what they are. I need to do my own research on it, and I'll share that with you once I discover why they do it. So 200 meter water resist, ISO certification on that. You have the 6R35 movement inside here. Awesome movement. Beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour. 24 joules, 70-hour power reserve. That's what a lot of people like about this movement. However, like myself and some other people from our experiences handling this movement, it seems to run a little weird, a little fast when you put it on the time grapher. However, my experience is when you wear it on wrist, it seems to balance out pretty dang good. So maybe you just don't put it on the time grapher. Maybe just wear it. I don't know. I'm starting to discover that with certain Seiko movements, it's just a weird thing. Time grapher, don't bother looking at it on the time grapher. On wrist, it tells the time pretty dang accurately. So no problems there. 120 click bezel, nice grip on this coin edge here. You can see it has a little bit of an angle to it, and then it's flat, and I believe that's an aluminum bezel insert. I do like that. Okay, standard Seiko affair there. And then inside, instead of having a chapter, it's more of a riad. It's more up and down, and then you have your minute track printed right on the dial. So what that means is the only thing that's going to be potentially misaligned is the bezel, which if you really wanted to fix that, you could, but it's close enough. It works. This one's not super bad. It's maybe a quarter click off, so it's not bad. Handset, if you zoom in and look at the handset, it is a nice, super legible handset. You have a polished on one side and then brushed on the other. That makes it play with the light a little bit better. You have that, I don't know what you call that, seconds balance there out there. Instead of a lollipop, it's that traffic light stop, or I don't know what we call that. And then, so Seiko, the Prospex X, automatic divers 200, and then check out the position of the date window. It's kind of nice. I like it because for the most part, I can barely read it, but it doesn't upset the balance of the dial being over at the 3 o'clock. So I like that. I would almost treat this as a no date. I would still probably set the date just in case I really wanted to like tell the date and really focus in on it. But my aging eyes are going to have a hard time reading that small date window. Now, that is not my nitpick on this watch. My nitpick on this watch is actually, I don't normally do this, but it's the price. This thing is $900. I don't know. I don't want to, I'm not saying it's not worth $900, and maybe you'll get a discount, but I just don't want to pay $900 for this. I want to pay less for this one. I don't know why. It just seems like it's not, there's nothing really special about it per se, other than it is just a really cool, well done, designed Seiko diver. It's actually a design that they've had out since 1968. This is based off the 6105-8000, 3 zeros. So yes, there's another 6105 that most people are familiar with, and that's that more like the bigger Willard one, you know, with the Adel in it, the really expensive one. But around the same time, Seiko also had this particular model out back in 68. Not a 1-to-1, but it's really close. But it was called the 8000. So let's not call this one the 6105. Let's just call it the 8000. I think that's going to be easier to understand the historical tie to this particular model. All right, let's pop this on wrist. Again, 41 by 47, no problem, works for me. I'm not a huge fan of the metal keeper on the silicone strap. You guys already know that. It looks, wears, feels great on wrist. The bracelet models, the bracelet is really cool. I really like the new bracelet on this one. I'm going to talk to a couple people and see if I can get one in, because I think me trying this watch on bracelet is going to seal the deal. And the bracelet one's actually even more money than this one, obviously, because that's standard affair. That's industry norm. The bracelet models cost more than the strapped models. So, you know, I'll try to negotiate some sort of discount or something like that, and I'll come up with the funds, but I'm feeling like I want to own one of these and wear it for a while. Even though I have warmed up to the full-size turtle, which this thing looks like it could fit inside. I mean, it is a noticeable difference in these two watches here. I don't think it'll replace it or, you know, dethrone it or anything like that. I think they coexist. Most of us that are Seiko fanboys are going to have multiple Seiko divers in our collection. One doesn't replace the other. They all coexist. That is one of the beauties of the Seiko lineup, especially with the divers. It seems that they play well together. They all get along, and we wear them all, right? So anyway, guys, let me kill the lights. Check the lume. Excellent Seiko lume. Pretty typical. I think the turtle might even be a little bit brighter. Just a little bit brighter. Interesting. Seiko's starting to be all over the board with the lume. It's still great lume, don't get me wrong. It's just that turtle seems like it's a little bit brighter. But I did get that other turtle from the vice president of sales in North America, so maybe that one's tweaked up. But no, I'm just kidding. There's no way it is. It might be regulated, though. That thing runs crazy good on the time grapher even. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.